Right, welcome to DSP Mechanic. I'm going to do a little instructional video of how to change the diff oil on a Shogun Sport. Things that you'll need: 24mm socket, little bar, and a way of getting the diff oil back in there. There's my transfer pump. You will more than likely be using a bottle with a funnel on. Always make sure that the filler will undo before you drain the oil. That is located on the back of the diff. See it there? 24mm, like I say. Right, get yourself an appropriate tub to drain the oil in. I've got myself a trusty bucket. So start off, like I say, check your filler plug. There you go. That's going undone nicely. Undo the drain plug, and this is where things start to get messy. Always make sure that you've got enough oil to fill it back up before you start to drain, because obviously you can't drive to the motor factories to get oil if you've got no oil in your diff. There we go, we'll drain that. It's nice and gloopy. Now while that's draining, on a lot of the plugs, if you see there will be a magnet that collects the swarf and grindings out the diff. Don't worry if there's stuff on there, it's perfectly normal. But if you get chunks on there, then it's time for a diff repair. Let me just find something to wipe this off. I'm back. Right, so get that. Get a bit of blue roll or a bit of rag or something. Just give that a good wipe off. If you haven't got a magnet on the back of the plug, don't worry about it too much. There's normally one in the housing. And there you go. That's perfectly adequate. Nice and clean. Let that finish draining out, and I'll show you the refill procedure. So while that's draining, if we take our filler out completely. You don't have to worry about getting it completely empty, as long as it's to a level where you can put in a nice fresh supply of clean gear oil in. Something like this, you want to be using an EP 7590 or an EP 80 or an EP 90, depending on the wear of the diff and the temperatures of your climate. Speak to your local dealers, they should be able to confirm that for you anyway. So I'd say that's perfectly adequate. So we'll get that back in. Wind them in by hand first. Never use impact tools, air tools, anything like that, because you risk cross-threading. And there is proper torque figures, but I don't worry about those, just nip them up. Perfectly adequate. Put you back this side now so you can see the refill procedure. There's the hole. Hopefully you can see that alright. A bit of light on the subject. That's made no difference at all. Right, so like I say, I've got my transfer pump here, but however you're filling it, it's the same method. It's just a case of fill it until it runs out the hole. I can't remember the exact figure off the top of my head, but I believe it's about 1.5 litres in these. There you go, see it's starting to run out the hole now. That's basically the diff up to level. And now, we'll take our drain plug, our filler plug, sorry, make sure it's nice and clean. But no, not picked up any bits on there. If you wish to, you can replace that copper washer there. So just take our filler out. See it's running down from the hole. Drop the filler plug back in. Don't over tighten these. They will over tighten, they will strip the threads. So all you need to do is give it a nip. And there we go. That is how you change the diff oil. Shogun Sport, L200, Mitsubishi Shogun, they're all the same. Thank you.